Hello and welcome to another edition of Blindsight Gaming. Back with HomeQuest again and looking at expanding our army. Also a little deeper look into the value of the treasury as well. So that is our goal today, and let's get to it.
So, we have our new and improved, well, not so much new, but improved army. Let's go ahead and just kind of take a look at what has changed since the last video, shall we?
House increases population by 1. House 50, Villa 0, Monument 1. Question mark, button, disabled. House 50, Villa 0, Monument 1. House increases population by 1. 50. 50.
So, we actually have our max population for houses, people. Let's take a look at our...
Selected houses, button, House 50, Villa 0, service selected, houses, but service, button,
other thing
service.
that has changed, which is our service section.
Question mark, button, question mark, hunting cabin 1, armory 1, hunting cabin 1, armory 1, barracks 2.
Barracks are 2. Yes, we have 2 barracks. Now, what does that mean for our army? Let's take a look at that.
Army.
Alright. So, we have
24 30.
okay, we actually have 24. Remember last time we only had 12? We still have 6 open slots, which will make sense here in a moment.
Artistry. 480.
480 army strength. Remember that number because it's going to become very important here in a moment.
24 alive. Archer 18. Wolf 6. 06. Damage healers. Image. 06.
So that one is still, we don't know what to call that. There's something we got 06 of, but it's not going to tell us what that is until we get one. Or until we're able to do it.
Damage healers. Image. 18. Healers. Image. 6.
So, remember last time we only had like 12 people? 12 army units? That extra barracks, we were able to double it.
Question mark, button, selected, damage, button. Healer, button. Archer. Have 18.
So, remember that number 480 that I gave you earlier for those that are non-visual using this, that are, not using that are screen reader users, I guess is what I needed to say there. Sometimes I know what I mean, it doesn't always come out right. But that number 480 is going to be important here. Army strength is going to tell you that, or whether you're going to be able to take on an opponent. And we now have the World tab.
Cobalt tribes.
And we've got some Cobalt tribes that need to be dealt with. And if you've read again, I strongly encourage you to read the story section in the log, because it'll tell you, it'll kind of give you the progression of what's going on. And I don't want to give everything away to you in the videos, so go and have a look at that story tab in the log section.
Army strength 240.
Their army strength is 240. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good odds for us. Basically 2-to-1 strength. Right. Shall we deal with these kobolds once and for all? I think that's a good idea. Aha! Because we're going to get a new army unit out of it. Them 6 slots that are blank? Yeah. It's going to take us 20 rounds to deal with them. So, we're going to send our army out to meet them. And for those who can see the screen, you can see how at least the first stage, as they call them, is going to stack up. And you can see it's definitely in our favor. So here we go.
Start by 24 alive, Archer 18, Wolf 6. All alive, Archer 3, Wolf 1.
Oh, they only got 1 measly wolf and 1 measly and 3 measly archers.
Start battle.
At least to start with.
5. Retrieve and rest. Button disabled.
So you can retreat and rest. If things get too hairy, you can choose to do that. It will also retreat and rest. Have you retreat and rest if your numbers get too low.
Packings level 1. Army 24 Kobold Tribes. Stage 720. 6 alive, Archer 6, Wolf 2. Stage 820. 0 alive, Archer 6, Wolf 2. Stage 920. 9 alive, Archer 8, Wolf 3. 23 alive, Archer 18, Wolf 6.
Uh-oh.
23 alive, Archer 17, Wolf 6.
We have lost one, folks. We have lost an archer.
10 alive, Archer 9, Wolf 3. 21 alive, Archer 17, Wolf 6. 19 alive, Archer 15, Wolf 6. 19 alive, Archer 13, Wolf 6. 7 alive, Archer 7, Stage 1720. 0 alive, Archer 7, 18 alive, Archer 13, Wolf 6.
So, we're taking some casualties. Luckily, we'll have enough armor to fix that.
Population 50.
And population 50, that's its basic way of telling us the screen has changed.
Happiness level 1, Army 14 of 30.
Yeah, we took some hits because it was actually 24, so it's not as bad as it sounds. But yeah, we took some hits.
Kobold Tribes. Victory.
But we kicked their butts.
Reward. New army unit. Warrior.
And from them, we learned about a new army unit that we can add.
Okay, button.
Namely, the warrior.
Population 50.
Oops.
Happiness level 1. There are currently no threats within your reach.
Hey, look at that. Nothing's threatening us for a while. That's good. Because we've got some patch-ups to do.
Button. Window Army. Window home quest.
So, back to our army. You can see it's a good bit smaller. Here, I'll zoom in on it here. Oops.
14 alive. Archer
Maybe.
Wolf 6.
There we go. You can see a bit of a close-up of our army here. Okay. The wolf shape is interesting. I had never actually really looked at it, but it's an interesting image. But these little glyphs show you what you got. So it's time to fix this little
128. Hit points. 4.
low
Image.
armor or army situation.
Cap 0. 0. Train more. Warrior.
But we see
666. Selected. 10. Button.
now that hidden option is the tanks, which is going to be our warrior.
Damage keeper. Button. Warrior. Train more. Cap 0. 0. 128. Hit points. Shares damage with 0 units. Cost. Armor. 15. Train. Button.
And we can actually now train those up. So those are going to be the ones to help kind of absorb. I think they're kind of like the shock absorbers, if you will. Let's get them trained up, shall we?
1060. Plus 5. Button.
And you notice now we're training more of them. Because we got that extra barracks to increase things. So, as those guys get trained up,
Train. Button. Disable 860. Plus 4. Button.
and
Button. Disable.
we're going to have to also, because we used probably pretty much all of our armor to build or to get the warriors going, it's going to take a minute. While that's going on, let's look at what else a new higher population means for our town, shall we?
Town. Question mark. The production. Button. Production. Build. Button. Stoneworks. In 2. Cost. Stone. Build. Button. Storage. Increases with 0. Storage. Increases resource storage capacities.
Did I never build a storage unit on the first round?
0. 0.
My
Cost.
bad.
40. Bones. 15. Build. Button. Build. Button.
Actually, I think
Cost. Bricks. Build. Button.
I couldn't at first because of the requirements, but in any event,
Button. Disable.
we're building a storage unit. That's going to help us store more supplies and keep more materials to hand. Without storage, you're basically just keeping enough to use in the moment and not much more. And as you build up your town, you're going to need more storage. So that is why we are building more for our Villanovum. Plug for the Ruby edition if you can get that for yourself. You can name your towns anything you want. So I highly recommend getting the upgrades if you can. because they're going to be useful.
Army.
Let's see. Let's go back and take a look. First, let's see how our storage is going.
Build button. Storage increases resource store 1. Cost bricks 75 bones 25. Requirements population 50 image. Build button.
Alright, so I can actually build 2 of these. So yes, I did forget to build a storage unit the last time around. Oops. Built it now, though. And we'll build another one. And then, you'll see now, we gotta build up our population, though, before we can build any more of those.
Bricks 130. Build button. Disable 1540 button. Army.
While that's doing that, let's see how our army's doing.
128. Hit points. 4. Shares damage with cost. Armor. 15. Trade. Button. Disabled. Cost. Shares. 128. Access. 6.
Our warriors are filled up to capacity.
Button.
How's our... How's our wolves doing?
Healer. Button. 6.
6 healers, so we're good. Or 6 healer category of units, which in this case are wolf. Interestingly, they do have a healer unit in and of itself that comes up later, which makes the category listing kind of interesting, but that's just my personal opinion.
Selected. Tank. Button. Damage. Button.
Let's come over here and look at our damage dealers, which at this point are
But archer.
our archers.
Trade more.
The little triangular glyphs. Look like, kind of look like those warning icons.
Tab A.
At least I think they do anyway.
Trade. Tab A. 8.
We had 18 of these guys.
32. Hit points. 16.
Yeah, we took some losses.
Shields at the closest of cost. Armor. Trading. Button.
But we're gonna fix that.
1240 plus 6. Button.
And we've got 7 training up right now. We're gonna need a few more to make things work, but to make things complete. But we'll get that army back up to where they should be, and above where they were.
Cancel. Button. 16.4240 plus 4. Button.
Okay, let's take a look at our town.
Selected. Town. Town. Question mark. Button. Disable. Stoneworks. Increases stonemason 2. Cost. Stone. Build. Button. Storage. Increases reserve storage capacities. 2. Cost. Bricks. 130. Not enough. Bones. 45.
So you see, that we could actually build more brick people. Let's also do a quick check. Let's go actually back to the army.
Army.
See how our training is going.
Shields at the closest enemy. Cost. Armor. Trade. Button. 14.4240 plus 1. Button.
So we're getting down to the end of that group of archers. So let's
2.4240 plus 3. Button.
set up
Trade. Button. Disabled.
some more. Oh, we can't train anymore though.
Cost. Armor. 5. Shields at the closest enemy. Cost, armor, 5. Trade, button, disabled.
So let's see, we got enough armor, and there's room in the queue, so...
Cost, shields at the closest at 32. Hit points, have 15. 15.
We have 15 out of 18. And that is why we can't train anymore. Alright. Going to the treasury.
Treasury.
And we're just going to review what we got.
Question boards. Increase question mark. Armor button. Luxuries button. Selected materials button.
Alright, so you see now in the treasury we have armor as an option.
Luxuries button.
We're going to start by looking at our materials.
Armor button. Question mark button. Disabled. Increasing. Boards.
Boards are increasing.
Question mark button. 110. 330. 30 minutes.
110 of 330. We got 30 minutes to go before we have all 330.
Plus sign. 0.2. From woodworker 2. Plus sign. 0.02. From happiness 1 image.
Okay, that's what your happiness does, right? It increases your production potential.
0.1. 2. Leatherworker 1.
The leather worker is taking
0.1. 2.
0.1. So this is where having some, you might not think that, you might think, oh, it's just a game, but this is where I actually encourage, people say, kids do too much gaming, but in games like this, you've got a lot of math going on, right? Because you're looking at, okay, if you've got 0.2 plus 0.02, well, you got 0.22 going to, coming in, and you got 0.1 coming out. How much is left for storage? Right? So it's things like that, to me, that are, I would actually use something like that. I would suggest using something like this to kind of encourage kids to broaden their math skills without actually saying, okay, it's time to do math now.
Increasing.
But that's my soapbox on that. And moving on. So we have an increasing item here.
Wood.
Wood is increasing.
330. 330.
We have full wood supply.
Plus sign. 2. From logger 20.
We got 20 loggers, giving us 2 wood.
0.4. 2. Woodworker 2.
Only 0.4 is going out to our woodworker.
Increasing.
And nothing else is taking our wood. So, in fact, wood goes directly to woodworkers and whatever else we build that needs wood. But that's it. So, we could actually increase our boards quite nicely and not run out of wood.
Bricks.
Now we're getting into our stone section. It seems like they group related items together pretty well here. So we're done with our wood stuff. Here's our bricks. So, yeah, with our bricks,
Plus 0.2.
now that I'm done being interrupted,
329. Question mark. Button. Bricks.
And time has gone by, so of course, the numbers that I read earlier have changed considerably. Probably.
Question mark. Bricks. Question mark. But 329, 330.
We're almost to 330. It's at 329. I don't know why we're stuck at 329, but go figure.
Question mark. Button.
See these question marks next to the items? I am gonna actually look at that.
Stone.
Because a friend of mine pointed out the value in that.
Army 30 of 30.
Special thanks to Marion for
Stoneworks.
that particular thing.
Bricks. Glossary.
Alright, so here's your gloss. You got a glossary that can show you where things are going.
Bricks.
So we have bricks. So what goes in? We can see what goes into bricks, and
Stone.
which is stone,
Stoneworks.
goes into stoneworks.
Bricks. Stoneworks. 2x. 50. Never moving.
So basically, yeah. I'm not sure what the 50 thing is, but I think that's like population or something. But
Stoneworks.
bricks come from stone, which is used by stoneworks, and that gives you your sense of what's going on there.
Back.
Let's go back into our treasury.
Plus the question mark. Button. Bricks. Quest 329, 330.
We're at 329 of 330 of those.
Plus 0.2 from Stonemason. 2.
Again, we have
Plus 0.02 from Happiness 1 image.
the same amounts as wood, or as boards, excuse me.
Increasing.
And nothing is going,
Plus 0.02 from Happiness 1 image.
and nothing is taking the bricks though. So, unlike boards, at this point nothing uses bricks. In fact, I don't think anything ever really does as far as automatic usage. Workers that use any of it. I think it just kind of stays steady until we actually, you actually use them for something.
Increasing.
Another increasing item here,
Stone.
which is the stone that the bricks come from.
330, 330.
That is full up.
Plus 1.9 from Corman. 19.
We're actually one less quarryman than we are wood collector, and I'm not sure what exactly happened there. I'll have to figure that out, because there should be there should be one more quarryman, so I'm not sure why that is the case. I'll have to check that. I think also, actually I think I do know, because we have the uneven number of seafood producers. That is making that an uneven number, so that explains that.
0.4 to Stonemason. 2.
Again,
Plus 1.9 from Corman. 19. 0 block button.
oh, we're not getting happiness anymore.
0 plus 300 stone. Increasing. Plus 0 plus 0.2 from Stonemason. Plus 0.02 from
Oh,
Happiness
interesting.
1 image. Increase stone.
Oh,
330,
right,
330.
because the gatherers don't get the happiness bonus. The happiness bonuses only for producers. Oh, God bless America. Okay.
Notification shade. Media. Screen record.
As always, if you like what you see, don't hesitate to hit that like and that subscribe button. Also, go ahead and follow the Twitter. That's going to be Blind Sight Gaming, all one word. Site is spelled like the website. Also, check out the playlist description for the Discord link where you can talk with other viewers and myself about the games that I view here. Also, it would be really awesome if you're able, if you could go on over to my Ko-fi.com page, also in the playlist description, and support the work that I do. It would help me to create better content, maybe even get a better background, so y'all aren't looking at my room, and just generally bring you better content all around. Maybe even try that game that you would love to see demonstrated. Which brings me to, if you have a game that you'd like to see me work with, please feel free to shoot those my way, and I will see what I can do about featuring them. Thank you, and hope you enjoyed the video.